I will tell you the application of Fresnel biprism. So the application of Fresnel biprism is to calculate the wavelength or to find out or to determine the wavelength of the light used in interference of light. As I have told you that this is the optical device to produce the interference of light. And it produces the two current light sources by division of wavefront. This I have told you in the earlier video. So now I will tell you that how to find the wavelength of light. Fresnel biprism is an optical device to produce interference of light. So now this is the Fresnel biprism. This is now light source S. The light ray from here, and this is the screen. This light ray goes like this, from which this goes parallel in this way. And this now similarly on this side this is now source S1 and this is now source S2. This is the interference. Interference pattern, and that this is the distance D between the sources S1 and S2. This distance is A, and this distance is B. So this is now D. So much is D. This is the angle of deviation, delta. This is also the angle of deviation, delta. Because we know that this prism produces the angle of deviation between the light rays or the light rays. So this I have shown you the experimental arrangement. It is the experimental arrangement. Let d equal to distance between virtual light sources S1 and S2. As I told you earlier that these light sources are produced due to the interference, due to the division of wavefront. A distance between source and bipresm. B equal to distance between bipresm and screen. This is not so much. B. The interference pattern can be seen by eyepiece. So this is what I have told you. This is about the experimental arrangement. This is the screen. This is now distance A and B. This is now distance D. So now this distance is d by 2. This so much distance is d by 2. This is not d by 2. D by 2. Similarly here, this is also d by 2. This so much. The fringe width beta equal to lambda into d upon d. This we know. This is known to us. We have to find the lambda, or lambda equal to beta into d upon d. So to calculate this lambda, we have to know the value of beta, value of d and value of capital D. These three quantities must be known to us. Then we can find the wavelength lambda. So this is the number 1. So now we will take the measurement of beta. Measurement of beta. The fringe width beta can be measured by micrometer attached with eyepiece. attached with eyepiece. So this micrometer is available to us, so we can measure the fringe width beta by this micrometer. And now determination of D. Measurement of D. Now to find the value of D, there are two methods. One is the angle of deviation, that by this one we can also measure to this distance D, and also this can be measured by the displacement method of convex lens. So measurement of D, that we can do this in this way. Now here this is S1, this is now S, and this I have shown you in the prism. So this angle I have shown you the delta. And this distance is equal to A. So now we can have that this is the circular arc. This distance is d by 2. This is not d by 2. And this distance is A. Here we have the biprism. This is not biprism. So distance between the source and the biprism is A. This angle of deviation is delta, and this is now distance d by 2. So this delta equal to now we apply angle equal to arc upon radius. Arc upon radius. So this delta is equal to arc, this is now your S1 upon radius. This is now A. This is now so much. This is now d by 2. So delta equal to d upon 2A, or d equal to 2A delta. But we know this d equal to 2A delta equal to mu minus 1 into alpha, where delta equal to mu minus 1 into alpha. This alpha is the refraction, angle of refraction of the prism. Mu is the refractive index of the biprism. Refractive index of biprism. Alpha, angle of refraction. Of reflection of prism. Of biprism. So now we know the value of D with the help of this one, and now this capital D, that is equal to A plus B. Measurement of D. So this D is equal to what? D equal to A plus B. So now we know the value of D and we know the value of capital D. Now we put these values in equation 1. substituting the values of D and D in equation 1, lambda is equal to beta into, now this small d, so now you 2a mu minus 1 into alpha upon a plus b. Now with the help of this formula we can calculate. So all these quantities are known to us by the experiment and we can calculate the value of lambda. The value of lambda can be calculated by using above formula. Now this I told you the value of D, that is the optical method, and second one, the D can be measured with the help of displacement method of the convex lens. Measurement of D by displacement method of convex lens. So this how can we calculate? Now for displacement method, the distance d, capital D, that must be more than 4f, the 4 times the focal length of the convex lens. Only then we can measure the distance d. Let f equal to focal length of convex lens. The distance D is greater than 4f. This must be the satisfied condition. Only then we can use this displacement method, otherwise this cannot be used. Let D1 and D2 are separations between S1 and S2 by keeping the convex lens in first and second position between biprism. And screen. So that D will be how much? This D is equal to square root of D1, D2. So now in place of small d, we can use this square root of D1 and D2. Then the formula becomes beta into square root D1, D2 upon A plus B. So now we can have a new formula. another formula for lambda. This lambda is equal to beta into square root d1 d2 upon a plus b. This is the another formula. So this method can also be used to measure the lambda. So this is the method how to measure the wavelength of the this light by using the Fresnel biprism. So these are the two formula. So you all like, share and subscribe the video and share it as much as possible. So thank you very much.